know if I have this right or not. Figure it out. Maybe somebody will show up. It's late as fuck. I don't even know if anybody. Number one, I don't know if anyone's gonna show up. I don't know if anybody's gonna pay attention this late at night. Juice 389's here. John S is here. Stonks Anonymous. Vishal Mac Chambers 23. Eric Dillon. Bugatti T. What up, BD? Doggy D. Spidex Paul. SOS. Stonks Anonymous. Utrope. Paul S. King 14 Ox. Andy, Biggie, Randall, Josh. I hear it's getting wild in there. Joe Donut was saying it was crazy wild in there. Hello, David H. Teagan. Zip Parco. All the way. Benjamin C. Ben Godfrey checking in. Hello, Joshua L. Zeus 07. How y'all doing? It's kind of freaking wild, right? Patrick L. 2 years. March 2020. How do you call this? March 2020. How do you jump on the right bus since 2020? Scott, Johnny 5, what up? Love that movie. Jason Hendricks. The man is just dropping knowledge inside the Discord. Tegan, Benny Mac, the weight of the crew, Benny Mac. One day at a time, Alex. How's it going? RS. Short the entire, yeah, bro. They finally got us. All right, so we're going to go to the live stream real quick here. I think I got this right. I could be wrong. Okay, we're going to start right here. It's kind of weird. Hello, Dylan. Yeah, Dylan, it's good to see Josh here. Good to see you, Jason, John, Benny Mac. It's really good to see everybody here. Brad, good to see you, my brother. It really is. Like we have to talk about that stuff. Jill, pleasure to have you make your presence. Maybe Mary will stop in tonight. Be good to see a lot of people. Good to see you, Josh. I gotta say something. I had a conversation. T Crone, good to see you. I had a conversation with a guy earlier tonight, and I was talking about Josh. And I'll tell you what. It takes balls of steel, nails, hard nails to be Josh. A lot of traders can't be that. It's very rare. I've lost a lot of money by not being Josh. And I have to give him something that a lot of traders understand. That guy has diamond hands. Like I'm telling you, it's not easy to be Josh. And bro, I'm telling you, man, you are an example for how someone that can learn how to win or be a winner, more so than a lot of people out there. I have to give you that, man. T Crone, good to see you. Andy, RS, Melly Yellow, 8888, JB, John, changing it. Stonks Anonymous, Betty Max, tipping. Dude, crazy town, right? Let's talk about this thing briefly. Before we go anywhere, screw all this stuff up here. We're gonna get rid of this stuff. We're gonna go. How do I go to the main display? Before we get anywhere, right? That's right, Alibaba, John, BG, Tati. I gotta say, man, like Josh is kind of a legend around here now because it's not easy. It's not easy being a freaking trader. It's not easy being an investor. Nothing. It is so difficult. It is so hard. And it's not easy. Everybody here knows that too, Josh. I want you to know that we've been creating this small group of people that's been going on for a couple of years now, or close to a couple of years. It's been going on longer than that, years and years in Wall Street bets, believe it or not. And I had people pick me up under their wing and stuff like that. It's not to say that I need to pick you up under my wing either. But, dude, to make it, you're talking like 10% of people make it. And you're showing what it takes to make it. And it sucks to make it. it sucks because there are a lot of times where you got a conviction or you got to switch fast. I was telling people here recently about how I broke a desk down in a chair. Like I asked my family to leave the house, and I literally broke my office down to small pieces and brought it outside, like chopping a tree down out back for something I was just so hard headed in. And I've been there. I've fucking been there, man. So I get it. So you're the man, like seriously. Andy, good to see you. Jake, you. NGO Karina. Not a suit. Yields to the moon. Joel, Speed, Paul, Jay, Alibaba. This whole day was emotions. Alibaba's got it right. Lots of emotions. Lots of emotion management. Lots of Jason, dude. You're the man, dude. Like I went into the Discord tonight, Jason. I'm sorry. You guys are dropping knowledge. You and a couple other guys are in there, just banging it out. And it's not easy. It's not easy to be an investor. It's not easy to be a trader. I don't say to you guys. You guys know as good as I do. It's not easy. You guys see pumpers on YouTube and shit like that, and they have to do a certain thing. That's fine. I get it. It's not easy. I watched the guy. I'm not gonna name names, but I watched the guy say, "Take the leap of faith, and just buy this dip." And I get it. I get that you create that. I understand it. I understand what you're saying. The thing that I gotta tell you guys something. I want to tell Josh something specifically. Buenas noches, Stop Run City. I want to say something specifically to Josh because I get really scared, right? Lots of smart people in here. Dreamville, good to see you. Dude, I gotta tell you guys something. Like, I get paranoid. So, like, I do all this research. I do the due diligence. I talk to you guys. I go to Twitter, talk to the smart guys, right? Talk to the Adam Mancinis. Talk to the, you name them, right? VolWiz. Talk to all these guys, right? They shoot me down. They make me feel like I'm nothing, right? We'll follow fucking Spot Gamma, you name it, right? Then I'm over here doing my thing. And I don't want to fuck you guys over. Like, I'm scared as shit. I was telling Joe Donut earlier today. I'm under a ton of pressure because I'm relying upon you guys, but you guys are relying upon me. And, if things go the wrong way, I have to adjust. Let's say we went up today. Let's say it went the other fucking way, right? I was wrong. I'd be fucked. And so how do I shift from there, from right to wrong, to keep going up? How do I not lose all of you guys with me? How do you guys not lose faith in each other and stuff like that, right? So things could easily go wrong at any time. I could have been wrong, And how do you shift from being wrong to being right, right? Let's say you're wrong and you shift to go up. But even then, right, we're all a team and we're a group of traders together. We make wrong decisions, and I've been wrong. You guys have heard me go the wrong way many times. So there's this point of there's a lot of stress in this, and there's a lot of stress in just what you guys are doing too, right? Money in the line, my money in the line. And how many times since 2020 have we been wrong, right? I'm a bull, but how many times have we been at a bottom and we've caught that bottom and rode it all the way up? And then at that, because we know what's going up. And this is the one time that it didn't. Of every time in 2 years, there's other times in the past, right? But right now at this moment, this is like the legends are made of, right? March 2020, when the turn happened in March 2020, I had some friends. I was on Wall Street Bets back in 2020. You guys know this, okay? When we rolled over in 2020, I knew it was happening. When we made the turn in 2020, I had a lot of fucking friends, like real friends, like you guys, right? And when we made that turn, guys are making like 20 grand on $1,000 bets. Then they took the $20,000 bets, turned them into $50,000 bets, then $100,000 bets. They all paid, and people were rich. And we made that turn, and some guys couldn't get over it. It just keeps fucking selling in the mind, right? Like it keeps going up. And, it got me really, burned me out today. I was really stressed out after today because I don't want to be talking about this shit. But, it stresses me out because if I tell you the wrong thing and then I have to worry in my mind, did I do the right due diligence? Did I miss something in my due diligence? Did I miss something in the research? Did I miss something in the layers of the builds up to this moment? I got SG literally telling me we're not breaking below 460. Then we go to 450. Then we go to 440, right? And it's because they don't have the up-to-date information they can release, or they choose not to. for what's actually the dynamics of the market as they happen. So you have to take that shit on yourself, right, and adjust to how the market acts. Right? We're at 445 today at the close. We're not supposed to be there. This isn't tail risk stuff either. You know, so I want to apologize to Eric specifically and some of you out there that it's difficult. You know, it's not easy. It is not easy. And you're often wrong. I'm wrong at least 20 to 30% of the time. And even when you're wrong, then you have to switch. And like seeing Josh do that today is that reminder that you have to be able to move. And a lot of traders can't do that. It's not an easy concept. There's been times when I've lost 6 figures not being able to make that move. And I want Josh to know that's a very important thing to know. Yeah, I can feel it in the order flow. Jason, I agree with you 100%. But, you know, I've been wrong and you've been wrong. We've all been wrong out there. And it's tough. Dude, it's brutal. Because you know what the worst part of this whole entire game is? It's in the back of your mind, right? It's in the back of your mind, and then you're under the pressure of everybody else out there. And then someone says something to you, or someone says to other people, or people start to question. Everybody does. It's not like you're blaming me. You guys are asking each other, double checking, triple checking, which you should. But at the same time, you know that self-doubt that comes up inside the back of your mind, right? I mean, shit. 2 fucking years. 2 fucking years. I'm a fucking bull. Nobody on Twitter has ever heard me say, we're breaking through this. Like, once we hit that bottom, we ain't breaking through there. It's just not easy. It's not easy to even make that call. That's the stuff that, you know, got me bothered. Anyways, we'll get past all that bullshit. I'm reading everything you guys are saying right now, by the way. I'm not looking at anything else. I'm looking at your comments. I appreciate all of your comments. You're right about that 51% of the time. But this is tough. You know, like, this is not an easy game. This game right now, after 2020, they tried to shake out all the meme pumpers. Now 2022, they're going to try to shake out all the day traders. That's their plan. You know, Neil, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. There's no saving. There was a few things about what Neil's saying is a good point, and we need to discuss at some point tonight. We're going to keep it really simple tonight. Thanks, Brad. Yeah, dude, I was paranoid. If you don't think for a minute, I wasn't looking at the scrolling text earlier, and then I saw one comment, and I started to scroll up, and then I was asking, and then I didn't actually at this point, I haven't gone back to see the entire conversation, but I got the gist of the conversation quick enough, and I understand that conversation. That conversation is important. I know that some of you follow along the entire time, like you're here every single video, you hear every time we talk about shit, and we layer all of this stuff to get to this point to say this is where we're going and why we're going there. Now, we could be wrong, but this isn't like just one day I came on the fucking microphone and said, hey, this is why we're doing this today. We do this shit all day long. We live it, we eat it, we sleep it. That's all we do. Yes, the 3 to 6 month rollover, sell the rips. I agree, 100%. I love you guys more than you know. You guys don't know how much I love you guys. Thanks, Brad. But I got to talk to you guys about something. It's important to understand, okay? And I want to go back to one comment that was up here. There's one guy that said something. Neil said something. I think Powell takes us down. They need to eviscerate excess money from the markets via crash and will increase labor supply. I thought Neil said something else. He did. He said, only dovish Fed can save us. Question is, does Powell Dove plus Vanna rally at all-time highs, or do we sell down at 377 MA? Fib algo line. I think the 403 is higher. I thought it was 406. Maybe you think it's 403. Right now it's higher. It's like 408 or something. It doesn't really matter. What really matters is this. The important thing that you guys have to understand. All right, so we've got, like, spot gamma did really well in a positive market. And spot gamma has a hard time, like, updating you up to the minute, up to the 10 minute, up to a day as a live day trader. You guys get to see, you guys need to know that we do traditional charting. We start there. Then we look at traditional patterns, right? Then we throw in Elliott wave. Then we throw in regression channels. We throw in whatever you want, right? You can name any kind of system that people have. We look at those. Then we throw in the spot gamma shit, right? Negative gamma, positive gamma, which is misnomers. They've got volatility zones, right? Then we're throwing in a book map on top of all that kind of shit. Then in the background, we're looking at volume profile, market profile, all these other things. We're adding all these tools up. Then we're looking at how we feel, market news, unknown news, whole bunch of other shit in the background to come up with what we think is going to happen now, 1 month, 3 months down the road, 6 months down the road. And, you know, it's a difficult job for all of us. And we all have to add to each other, right? None of us have talked about volume or market profile today, have we? None of us have talked about it at all past few days. But we look at it all the time on this channel. And so anyway, but my point is that we take all this stuff together and then we have to pick a way that we're going to go. And if we switch, we move, right? In the other direction. And or Josh personified that today. Very important. And even though we're selling down right now, this overnight, right? I'm going to switch over to something. You know, we're burning down tonight, right? At the close, I was saying to do this, do that. But if you were going to short something, it's in tech, right? We talked at the close today about the implications of Netflix selling off, our assumptions about the banks selling off, whether it was good, bad, or how it was parlayed to us in the news. Who's looking for a reason to sell down? We talked about how they'll air dirty laundry, all that kind of stuff. And the implications of that, right? We talked about Piton today, what its effect is on speculative growth stocks. You see the Netflix reaction after hours, and then how it implicated other big tech stocks after hours. You see it right now. What's crazy right now, right, is the ES and the NQ after hour charts do not even reflect. Don't reflect the moves down after hours in some of these tickers. The Amazon move down after hours is not reflected here at a 1% or a 1.35% move in the futures. It just doesn't. It doesn't matter what the Euro Rich does. It doesn't matter. It doesn't reflect it. There's no way that we're down 1% on Amazon trading this deep down. So what are these implications into the 4 o'clock hour, 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right? We don't know what those implications are. We don't know what the implications are, how fearful some retail bulls are, small hedge funds that are long. We're not talking Kathy Woods. We're talking about like the guy that paid 130. I know about some of this shit. You guys, I shouldn't tell you this stuff, but you can go to like one of these small hedge funds, pay 135 grand. You don't pay them. They give you a class and you get your Series 7. And if you quit within 3 years, they charge you 130 grand. But they have these small offices. These guys like craft small baskets for investors. And they're going to wake up. They already know. They have meetings tonight. There are meetings going on across all the country right now. That's what's going to take place at 4 a.m. How much risk are you putting on at this point where you don't have a charter or statements that lawyers sign and shit like that for what's going to happen tomorrow morning? But even with all that said, even with all that shit said, I gotta tell you guys something or show you guys something, okay? I want you guys to see something. Now, we know that we think that the market is priced into 3 to 4 rate hikes. We heard Jamie Dimon, right? Buy the fucking dip. Then comes out and says, well, we're going to do 7 rate hikes this year. Now anticipate that. So if he priced in 7 rate hikes, this looks like it, right? There looks like the market is forcing, there looks like not as much complacency than 2007. This looks something like the banks don't want to get fucked over like they fucked themselves in the past to an extent. And they're going to price it in themselves. They're going to force this. What's crazy about this is that what's happening right now is what I want you guys to understand is you've got indexes that are up here. You've got a stealth correction down here. I've said this many times. They need to meet in the middle. So in the indexes, they've never come down. We know that. They need to come down and meet up with the stealth correction. And even beyond that, right? So even beyond that, there were some companies that didn't take part in the correction today, like other companies. You had Netflix take part in it. Then you look at like Snap or PayPal. They didn't go below their last bottom a week or two ago. Banks are long in those stocks. You should have paid attention today. Even the stocks that sold off that didn't sell off below their prior low within the last month. Zillow didn't take part of that. So that was interesting to see. Another thing that I want you guys to see is you see this sell down in the indexes, right? And let's say we sell down the S&P 500 to 428, 440. Let's say we slam down at 440 at the open, even if we don't. Let's say we do. Let's say we then trade down because now you guys hear about where the absolute put wall is, or not a put wall, but the absolute gamma strike on puts is, which is even lower than the put wall. We knew before SG did, right, that we had 428 strikes. We knew that more 428 strikes came in again, and we did trade down below 450, which is on nobody's radar. So we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, right? The thing I want to talk to you about in this context is that we're going into Opex tomorrow. We've got the specter of the Fed and their rates. Maybe somebody knows something. They're going to announce 7 rates. Okay, so they're going to price this in before you even get there. Before, let's say JP Morgan knew before GS. Let's say GS knew before JP Morgan. Doesn't matter. I want you guys to see something. Okay, I want to bring something up to you that's very important to see. I want you to see this chart right here. Okay, you guys know when this chart was from? This was the S&P 500 E-mini in 2020 in March. It's important to note that this was an Opex. This was the March 21st, 23rd Opex over here. This right here was the February Opex. Doesn't matter the month. What does matter is that we had the sell down, rip higher, we sold down again. What's really critical for you to see is that this is February 20th. This is March 20th. Now, we had some announcements and shit that took place later, but I really want you to see a few key things, okay? It's important for a hedge fund or a bank, even if we slam lower on the open of the 20th, for them to do what they need to do to decide if we're going up. Look at this date right here. We went down. Look at this date right here. We went up. But it didn't really matter. The key thing that you need to see is that there was some time in here, right there and right there, where nothing happened. Lots of churn, lots of decision making, all those kind of things. And this is when we sold for COVID. This is an unknown event. This is on the Opex, and this is on the Opex. So I want you to key into this as we come into Friday, Monday, Tuesday. I want you to key into this. So let's say this, let's just pretend that this is this Friday, okay? You've heard one guy said we're going to have a Vanna rally. I'm betting that a lot of you think the Vanna rally is there. And then like something like that. Okay? And even the Vanna rally down here was there and then came back down. So there's none of this going on, okay? I'm sorry. And we're not in COVID, and we have blown this whole entire chart up here. So do I think it's like the COVID thing? No. Do the banks know, right? Do the banks know that the Fed's going to step in? Yes. So there's a few key points I want you to understand as we head into next week on the 26th. Number one, the banks are pricing in at this point more than 3 to 4 rate hikes. They're doing the job of the Fed. That does imply when we head into the Fed that they can't tell you that we're doing 7 hikes, or they can't tell you we're doing 7 hikes, and it's going to have the giant impact. We might still trade down here for like our normal like spring thing, but it's not going to be straight fucking down. I want to see straight down. I've got bets for 300, 150, crazy tail bets that don't pay for them. But I want you to see the COVID trade. And the reason why I want you to see this is because of this, okay? I want you to see it because there's a key part here that I haven't shown you yet. I want to show you this right here. This is important. It's critical for you. We haven't seen the V-shaped recovery. We haven't seen it in cash hours. But I want you guys to see something that's critical, even when you have, what at that time, I was trading then, right? I remember. It was not an unknown event to me, but it was an unknown event to most of the market in terms of how bad it was going to be. I remember the conversations when people were saying it's not that bad. I remember taking my kids out of school. Matter of fact, quick story. I got CPS called on me, my kids, because I took them out of school. I talked to the principal. I pulled my kids out of school. I put them in homeschool. I had CPS called on me. They thought I was overreacting. And 3 weeks later, they shut down the school. I got an apology phone call. I got all kinds of crazy emails and phone calls, still have them to this day. Now, but what I want to show you guys is these moments, okay? So I want you guys to see something. You know, these capitulation moves right here. I don't know how many guys were in the market then, but it was crazy. You know, you can't tell me that the market knew we were trading down, even though what's his face said we were, right? The famous, like the guy that went on CNBC, whatever his name is, the famous fucking bull. I'm telling you, the rest of the market was in fucking denial. That was not what was happening. I lived it firsthand with my kids' schooling. See that moment right there? We push down, we trade sideways, we break up, and then we keep trading down. I want to show you this other one, right? You guys already know what I'm going to show you, right? Capitulation moves. This doesn't imply that we're going up, but there are these capitulation moves. You can see another one right here. Hold on, I'm gonna show you. Yeah, I don't even show you guys. Do I have to show you guys any more of these? See that one right there? And even though we went down, you know, we went back up. So, and sometimes bears don't understand this. I'm a bull, so I used to be a bear and then I was a bull, but when you guys see us come back up like this, right? It's still another pull up, another pull up. You saw it in after hours in Piton. I'll bring up Piton real quick. And there's a couple reasons for this. There are people with more money than you and I. There are banks. There are long-term investors. I'll show Piton real quick, come back to ES. But I want to show you Piton is important to look at. You see this little sneaky Pete bullshit they did over here? Got this little fucking sneaky Pete they did. So let's just say that I was a bank and I was long in Piton. And we sold off. I'm going to get a guy like Will Mead and pay him $50K. Something fucking stupid, right? He's going to help bring the price up so I can sell myself out of this. That didn't work. So I'm going to go into a low liquidity environment, do the same shit. Probably have something lined up over here. Some kind of stupid shit to get to unfuck myself. Let's just say GS knew, but let's say JPM didn't. They have to do whatever they can. When unknown news comes, doesn't matter if it's good or bad. When unknown great news comes, you know what we do? Unknown great news comes, we go like this, right? Then all of a sudden we come back down. And then when they're ready and your calls suck, they bring it back up. When unknown news comes, bad, they bring it down, right? They didn't know, they got fucked. Then they bring it back up, do some stupid shit like this. They fuck you, and then they drop it down over 6 months or whatever. The same thing, both sides. So I think they kind of knew but didn't know to some extent today. But what my point to you is that you're going to see more than likely a snapback. Okay? You're going to see a snapback in futures. I'm going to show it to you right now. You're going to see a snapback in futures at some point. You'll probably see it in cash market. And there's a few things going on, some mechanics in the background, okay? You're going to see the mechanics of the banks wanting to position themselves. They don't care about you as a retail trader. They don't care about each other. They're gonna either make our call wall higher or our call wall lower. They're gonna make our put wall lower or higher. And in the meantime, if they got fucked in here, if some guy got fucked in here, they're gonna do whatever they can to raise this up to get unfucked. If they're gonna go down or higher, they did it in COVID. It's very famous in 2007, 2008 that you'd make more money in the way up than the way down. I'm not saying that we don't crash in the morning. I don't doubt for a minute that we don't trade down because of what happened to Netflix and the implications in cash market. Then we flip higher. I don't know when this happens or how this happens tomorrow. But the key point for you is you took it short today, right? Some of you left some on the table for the open tomorrow. So you take your money here, right? And even if we just trade in this area tomorrow, right? Or even if we trade down slightly tomorrow, I just want you to know that even in COVID, we traded up. And when you hear this from me, I want you to know one other thing. You're going to hear bulls tell you, well, this is a Vanna trade, right? That's what they're going to tell you. Say, this is a Vanna trade, man. And hold on, I want to get rid of that one real quick. They're going to say this is a Vanna trade. And so in your minds, thinking from a bull's perspective, you're thinking that Vanna trade is like all the others, right? Because all the other Vanna trades are, let me see if I can get this on a bigger time frame here. That's kind of weird. So all the other Vanna trades, I can highlight this to the trash. The trash doesn't matter where we go in the morning. None of this really matters. The only thing that matters is that you print in the morning. What really matters is this, is that you're going to hear people say, well, we got a Vanna trade coming. We'll go really, really high, whatever. That's how disgusting that is. That's fucking beautiful. Couldn't call that in 2 years. But let's just say you get a Vanna trade. Your Vanna trade, let's say it starts here. Let's say it goes up. It's not going here. Vanna fuel does not last this high. So let's say your Vanna trade goes up here, right? You're still in this channel. If your Vanna trade goes to here, it's still in this channel. If your Vanna trade goes to here, it's still in this channel. The bears are in control. So I want you to realize that. Take your money and run down here, no matter where it opens up tomorrow morning, right? And you wait for your next opportunity. Now, some of you are going to think, oh, we're going to trade right here and just start shooting down. That's possible. It's possible you trade up here and come down tomorrow. Only thing that you need to know is take the money off the table, right? Wait for the move up and then the drop down. If you're a bull, we already talked about this, right? You're not doing any of this kind of bullshit here. You're looking for something like this and then a move up. Or you're looking for a V-shaped recovery, right? We drop down here, slam down, and shoot straight up. You're going to see 70 to 100 handles. Or at this point, you might see, for a real recovery, you're going to see like 140, 150 handles in a day, believe it or not. You don't see that kind of shit in here, but we're still bearish. But if you think we're going to straight fucking red bar down to like 440, we might hit 440 at the open because of the implications. But if you think we're going to hit 428 tomorrow, probably fucking not. So I want you guys to still be conscious of where we are. Maintain your composure. If you didn't get in, right? Again, we're a month in, right? We're a month into this. If you still haven't taken the trade, all right, fine. Matter of fact, let's wipe all, well, we're not going to wipe it all out because I got to keep some of this stuff. But am I doing this wrong? The point is that take some profit off the table. There is one concern that the price of puts are going through the roof, but you're taking the profit anyways. So if, let's say you're paying $10 for a put, and let's say you're paying $1 for a put, then you're paying 10, and the price of that put goes up to, that put or put goes up to $20, but you made $20 in profit and you're paying an extra $1 for that premium, no big deal. But I do want you to realize still, whether you're short, whether you're in cash market, that there will be a moment. There will be a moment where the banks, where the rich people, even if they hate each other, are going to want some kind of a moment where there's some chilling out. There's some sideways trading in here. You get what I'm saying? And we're going to look tomorrow. Our job tomorrow, whether we trade down here and bounce up briefly, start going in this area, our job tomorrow is to see what they're hedging with. Are they hedging with, are they replacing all those those positive call deltas for us to go up? We have to be able to adjust if we see that. If they start to adjust for us having a top of up here, right, and a bottom way down here or something, like they see some, I don't know if I can do that with this without a pointer. You know, if they're telling you that it was 428, this was the new, the absolute gamma strike on the put side. Let's say they were saying that this was, now it changed to 428. Let's say they say it's now down here at 400 or something. You can go lower. I don't know if I can go lower without a, maybe they start placing puts down here. Let's say they show you these cards tomorrow. Let's say you know that it's now here for the next month. You know, if we trade down here that we can still go up, right? Even if we're going down eventually. So just be conscious of this, okay? This new level down below, this was known yesterday and today. We knew this. We talked about this in the live stream. That spot gamer was wrong, that we can trade much lower than this. We knew that we could trade lower than 450. We knew we could trade down to 440. We're too quick. We're seeing too much information. And so tomorrow we need to see where they start to hedge. When you look at spot gamma, right, they're telling you that wherever it is, they're telling you this is the absolute gamma. This is the absolute gamma on the put side. It's absolute up here. Let's just say absolute. But day to day, it changes. Go to there, go to here, go higher up here, and go the lower can go higher. So we really, for this month, have to see tomorrow specifically what's going to happen in here. And the last thing I'm going to leave you with is I'm going to go to a different chart. I want to show you the Netflix chart, okay? We talked about this last Sunday. It's an important one. NLFX, okay? Or I'm getting this wrong. NFLX, right? Netflix. There we go. Jesus Christ. My keyboard's not working. So we got Netflix, okay? This is part of what Spot Gamma was talking about. I want to show you guys something, okay? Back to an auto. It's March 2020 down here. Netflix was worth $299. Netflix at its peak, $696. Not a ton, but a ton, right? We talked today in the stream. We were up here. We're up here. We're down here. And I said, if they're going to trade up higher, there's going to be a capitulation moment. Matter of fact, this is the same fucking... I haven't even made this chart. This is an old chart. We tagged right down here. We should tag down here to move to an even higher trading range. I don't think we do right now, but if you look back in history, these big tech names, they do this. This happens. But what I'm talking about this, what's important about this is that back here in right here, March 2020, moved all the way up to $700. Then you have a company like, let's say, Snap, which I don't want to trade Snap right now either, but we're going to look at it because we're almost back to March 2020. They've already had this happen. Netflix has not. Okay? So Snap's already had their stealth correction. And shockingly, not shockingly, Netflix didn't participate today. You know, they participated, but they didn't participate. They didn't, like, Snap didn't fucking trade down to here today, right? They will probably in March, but they didn't participate today. They didn't drop down to their August 20. They didn't drop down to their March 20, right? So my point to you is, as these stocks trade down, as big tech trades down, you're going to see the indexes move down to meet up where the snaps are, where the SQs are, and those kind of things. So you want to pay attention to those stocks that are close to this bottom at the same time, right? If they don't participate in these things, this is where the key point of SG was talking about. SG said, we don't know if the call delta rolling off is on companies like Netflix that have been pumped up to here. Because there's a ton of call data or call delta rolling off companies that have been correcting since, this is October. But if you look at like SQ, if you look at some other tickers that we talked about last Sunday, they've been correcting since February of 2021, right? A bunch of these stocks have been correcting way back here, but they have some of the same call delta rolling off as a Netflix. So if they're already here, they imply that Netflix will sell off, but that the call delta that's positive, supposedly, rolling off companies that have been shorted down into Opex might just push up. So between now and Tuesday, still pay attention to companies like Z, right? I've got this thing. I'll bring it up for you right now, right? I don't know if I can. Maybe I can. Hold on a second. I'll bring this up for you guys one more time. Give me 2 seconds here. I'm going to mute this. I'm going to bring up, I don't want you guys to see my login credentials. Google Docs. I want to show you guys something. Go to Docs. Is it Sheets? I'm in the wrong one. Hold on. Google Sheets. I want to show you guys something once again from last Sunday. They tagged a bunch of these companies. They tagged Tesla, Google. They tagged. They think they. I don't know. I don't know if they tagged Google, but they tagged. Hold on here. They tagged Tesla, right? They tagged Netflix. There was like 5 companies that they tagged as having delta rolling off, call delta rolling off on Friday. But the things that we were keyed in on last Sunday, let's see if I can do this right here. Things that were keyed in on Spot Gamma was that you're looking at companies like, let's scroll down through here. Same list, right? Nothing's changed. The companies like Z. Wrong one. Right at the top, 203% of positive call delta rolling off on Friday. And let's look at Z. This is March 2020. They're already down. They didn't participate today. They didn't participate today in the sell-off. They tagged a previous low back here in December 1st. This is where they started when the banks picked them up. And they have positive, huge call delta rolling off on Friday. And I think the implication that SG was saying, they said, we don't know who's going to sell off. We don't know what the hedging is. We don't know if they're short calls, if they bought stock. We don't know if they're shorting these short, if they're shorting these positions with stock as it traded down, right? So we're coming up. Everybody's buying calls, and the dealers have to delta neutral, right? And they have to make money on the way down. You've got banks in back here, right? Banks are back here. They're buying this, right? Buy a bunch of calls. You got SoftBank jumping in. You got a bunch of shit going on. We're going way up, right? And you've got a bank down here at $24. We're now up to $200 bucks, $206, right? $209. They sell out, right? And they own this stock. They bought all the calls going up, and then they're gonna short all this shit down, sell out at peaks. They put all of these peaks into here it's called, it's a mathematical equation where they get the maximum profit they can after they sell out. As they sell down, It's like selling into buyers, something's called. I forget what it's called, but I studied it a long time ago. But like they're selling into, it's not selling into weakness, selling to strength, I think it's called. And you keep thinking that it's coming back and it's not, and you keep buying the bags as it rolls down the hill, right? And at the meantime, they're shorting it, right? And at the very end, right, they still own a shit ton of stock here, and they've shorted it down to fucking nothing. And they have this moment where they can actually sell the last of the stock that they own. Price goes down, their shorts print, they get all their money out of their stock options, right? And then they buy it. There's like brief moment where it comes up. Now you compare a Zillow versus a Tesla for as we roll into this Opex, and what difference do you see here is, of course, right? Zillow's gone down for a year, 2 years almost, right? I think it was December or something, February of 2021. It's gone down for almost an entire year. We're at the end of fucking January. So what's the implication of this? Something's going to happen. I can't tell you right now if it's straight fucking up or if it's straight fucking down and then up. I can tell you for shit sure, though, that whatever happens to fucking Tesla tomorrow or Monday or Tuesday will be different than what happens to Zillow. And both are under the same circumstances as Tesla's under the same circumstances as Zillow is. And they both have different charts. And you see Zillow didn't participate today. You see that the banks took it down here at 22 bucks. So I'm interested in this. I want to see what happens here. You guys are all interested in what happens to Tesla. I'm interested in what the fuck's going to happen to Zillow. Now, I don't know that Zillow's the best company or whatever, but it's not a Piton. I know that Zillow's not a Piton. We talked about last weekend, Piton's not a fucking Zillow. We know SQ is not, or PayPal's not an SQ. We know SQ is still better than a lot of companies in a lot of senses, right? They're going to survive through something like this or get absorbed by another company. And we know that Viacom's probably got a deal coming on the road, even though they got whacked today, even though some of the, like Disney got whacked because of Netflix. But I'm interested in this trade as we head into Friday, especially if we trade sideways in ES into Monday, even if we dump at the close tomorrow. I'm interested in trades like this. I posted this list to you guys on Twitter on the at Captain's handle. There's a bunch of these. EXP. I don't know about a CERN. That was a great trade though, pre-COVID. But like Crone, I'll never trade that again. That was like that trade was like 5 years ago, but like 5. I think that's Fiverr, right? Like the store or something that sells $5 shit. You get a bunch of others in here. Play. Blink had a rip the other day. Piton had a rip. Z had a rip the other day. It's almost like they're showing you or like GME shit. Spotify, right? Spotify. What can you say bad about that? ENPH, Penn. Then there's Tesla. Tesla's at 107%. So I don't know what the interplay is on Tesla and Zillow, but I know that they've had 2 different fucking years. And and they're saying that there's an implication that something's going to happen to Tesla. So if there's going to be an implication of something going to happen to Tesla, I'm assuming there's going to be an implication of something that happened that's been beaten down for a year. So just pay attention to these. I'm not saying that you have to trade these. I'm saying that get yourself like a nine chart screener and just pop up all these tickers as we move into Friday, as we move into Monday and Tuesday, and plug in some of these tickers that are up on this list. Because I have not a feeling, but it'd be interesting. Do you guys think that Tesla's going to rip to 1,300? Does that mean that Zillow goes down to 20 bucks and then Tesla sells off at 1,300 and Zillow rips up another 70, 80 points? I don't know what's going to happen. Wrap is another one. There's a bunch of these in here. You got Wayfair, one of the most shorted stocks out there. I've traded Wayfair when there were short squeezes. Wayfair can sometimes trade 300 handles, right? Well, not handles, but 300 points, 30 points if you're counting like dollars. But I've seen W do this. It's weird that a bunch of these are in here. Yeah, Stop Run City's making a good point back here. I'm not watching you guys' comments right now. Separate City says bottom line is you have to be able to think in terms of probability, accept the variance that comes with it. It's a good job. I might sound crazy to a bunch of you guys right now. I just tried to pay for Captain. What a hurdle. You can pay here on, you can pay right here. There's a donate button right on the description. Or you go to fucking at Captain's Alpha if you don't want to join PayPal. And I understand why. PayPal's an evil company. So a question is, why wouldn't they rug pull mega caps just like they did with most of growth stocks? They should rug pull mega caps. And I don't want to. Joe and I were talking earlier today, and I was like, I don't want to fucking pay for mega caps right now. I'm not paying for it. I don't think anybody else is paying for it. I think we're forcing the Fed into a position, right? Raise rates, lower inflation. We'll eat the bullet right now. I don't want to, dude, back in the day, I could place a trade, not even 2020, like before 2020. You could legitimately, if you knew where the trend line was going, you could place a trade for 1 to 2 months out, something slightly in the money. And if you were on the right trend line, it printed. Unless something was unknown in the market, up or down. Stocks Anonymous, I haven't checked. I haven't checked if I got a tip. Oh, Mr. Bliss subscribed. Stonks Anonymous tipped. Thank you, Stocks Anonymous. Betty Mac tipped. You dirty, dirty, dirty boys. Urge to Write tipped. 03 Scott tipped earlier today, 7 hours ago. Josh subscribed. Captain Ron slamming it down. The PayPal, if you don't tip here on the YouTube channel, you go to the handle at Captain's Alpha to tip. I don't see those. So every Friday, I do something special for anyone that tipped straight through credit card. So I'll show you guys out tomorrow, and we'll do a thing. We usually have a cocktail or something like that. By the way, I'm gonna slow down here for a minute. It's late night. It was a good day today, wasn't it? Cheers, brothers and sisters. Cheers to you. I poured it real. It's all water. Let me see what some of you guys are saying. I'm drinking a whiskey right now. I didn't even have a sip of it. First one. Yeah, bottom shelf on me. Bottom shelf on you two stocks. I love you. Came here expecting Captain shotgunning White Claws. We did that, didn't we, once? It was disgusting. I think I almost threw up when we did that. Let me see what you guys are talking about here. Let me come back up here. See, I want to get you guys involved in this. Let me scroll up a little bit more. No, Tesla is not going to 1300. Jason, I'll be there soon. Maybe not tomorrow, Scott, but it will next week. Why wouldn't they rug pull mega caps such like they did with most of the growth? We'll probably see a rug pull at open tomorrow to an extent. You're going to see some heavy implications. I don't think that we don't sell down, but my point to you is the banks have shit they got to do. And they're not going to deal with the drama they're not going to deal with the fucking drama while they have to place their bets. Wayfair is a great fucking model. James posted a response to this broadcast in your Twitter. Yeah, hold on. If Tesla went 13 tomorrow, I'd eat a deep fried boot with Discord Live. Netflix was a warning shot. So if let's say you weren't long in Netflix, but you were long and deep in the money calls on Apple, or deep in the money calls on Amazon, you get it, right? Have I considered that shorts may be closed, profit taken to fund declines, margin calls, and larger tech? Yes and no. I'm looking at more from a larger viewpoint. I'm looking at it from. I don't care if we trade up at the open. To be frank with you, we don't trade like that. We kind of trade from perspective of the gamma in the market, the tops and the bottoms. Is the top and bottom moving up and down? We have tail risk on the up and bottom, of course, and where are we headed, right? Where are we inside of that range? We here as that range moves, and are we going long or short within that range? Yeah, I'm not saying that either, Jake, about like Tesla beating earnings. You know, Tesla could give the best guidance in the world. Unless, just like Piton today, unless there's something unknown to the market, like an X company or a stock split, it doesn't matter. And if there was a time for a company to give bad news, it is right now. I don't think we see 20% overnight. Betty Mac saying what? Shotgunning White Claws, getting taught some hard, serious truth. Thanks, Betty Mac, brother. All right, so I'm back to the bottom of the chat right now. Hey, Avery, or Avery, good to see you, brother. Yeah, if any of you guys ever want to be on the show, if any of you guys ever want to be interviewed, if any of you guys ever want to talk live on the show, I'm just getting to the point where I'm going to do a test where we can do just voice interviews or voice conversations. We can do like 2, 3, 4 people. Any of you guys, whether you know what you're talking about or don't, I don't care. If you're just funny, I don't care. If you guys just want to be in the show, whatever, more than welcome. I think that I would rather listen to people that know what they're talking about, not know what they're talking about. Some people know too much and talk too much. So if you want to be in the show or whatever, I'd love to have you. We could talk about nothing in the stock market. There are times in this day where I just don't want to fucking talk. So if you guys want to talk about movies or novels, there are some guys out there that I know that I've met, right? Talk to these guys. They just put the show on every day and they drive about their day. They're in their office. They go out and about and do their thing. And they just want to hear someone talking in the background, right? Keeping them updated as things go on. So reach out to me and we'll eventually get you on the show. I love interviewing people. Yeah, I'm on Bourbon. Yeah, I'll talk to dude Jason. I'd like to introduce, or I love to interview like Jason. There's a few of you out there I know I want to talk to. Josh, I want to talk to, without a doubt. Chaz, Josh the Tool. He's a moderator. Ben, I want to talk to. There's a whole bunch of you guys out there. Mary, I want to talk to. Mary is a gangster. I don't know if you got how much you guys know about Mary, but she makes bank. We're all regular people. I want to hear every one of your stories. Oh, you interviewed for Rivian, big dumpster fire. I got family that work for them. If you ever need a job at Hot Rod, if you need a job at Tesla or anything, let me know. You can talk. How to get your attention in futures with thoughts analysis. It's tough. I used to trade futures. I know that futures matter. I've switched to more relying upon futures to help me in cash market. The key for me now is I pay attention to futures traders. I pay attention to Globex foreign traders. I don't pay attention to foreign markets like I used to, but I rely upon a Globex trader to key me into day trading and cash market. And I'm assuming that there's enough smart Globex and futures traders that follow cash market traders so they get the handoff on the gist for the day. I know that can be more technical in Globex and futures. There's some day traders in cash that trade the same way because they come from futures market, but it's good to do like the baton pass between Globex traders and cash market. We trade well together. If there's any overlap in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the afternoon, nighttime, it's like really fucking baller to have a Globex trader converse with you about what they think is going to happen and what cash market saw happen and what cash market expectations are for the next day. Like that communication between retail traders is important. Pro traders, sometimes Globex traders try to call themselves that, but I try to sleep at nighttime, believe it or not. When I traded futures, I couldn't sleep. I was up 24 hours a fucking day. We trade in cash market, trading overnight, bonkers. And the guys that only trade nights, all the fucking power to you. Down the road, how do we get your attention? Because I had Netflix and SPY analysis putting us where we are now. It's tough right now, Neil. So we just well, I shouldn't say we just started. We started this, like a bunch of our friends, right? Oh yeah, Horse Lover is the shit. So just so you guys know, Horse Lover and I came on Twitter from we ran from Wall Street Bets, and we followed each other right out the gate. I think we were both like 5 followers or some shit like that. And we were very close for a time, and then we both kind of branched off and did our own thing. Great guy, great trader, old school Wall Street better. Oh yeah, brother, you're in defense industry. You know what's up. It's intense work in there, and they kind of kill you as an engineer. But hold on, let's go back to some things here. There's a few things I want to talk about. How do you get my attention? Okay, so normally it would be easy, and normally no problems. We could chit chat, and then how it started was I was on Twitter. I was on Wall Street Bets for a long time. Then I was on Vegas Bets. Then this crazy shit happened. Get out of there. Come on to Twitter. Everything was normal. Chit chat, DM, notifications. Then shit blew up on Twitter. Then I tried to make a private Twitter handle. I was doing daily briefs typed, and then I tried to make a private Twitter handle, and then I find all these, not bots, but like literal like hedge funds watching shit. It's weird shit going on right now, even on the private Twitter handle. So I'm like at that, and this overlapping that I'm doing recorded videos. Then I like some fucking weird thing. I'm like, I'm gonna do some live streams for an hour, and they turn to all day long. But then I'm like, I'm gonna make a website. Then I'm gonna do like a Discord and all this kind of stuff. So right now things are so crazy. Like the amount of time I'm pretty much working 3-4 in the morning till right now, right? Midnight. So I'll log out of here, sleep for 4 hours. I'll get up at 3-4, check, work on stuff, try to get things prepped. I might try to take a nap between like 5-6 in the morning until 8-8:30. Take a shower, jump in the shower, wake the kids up, make sure the kids are in school, and then I come do this live show right now all day long. It should slow down to where it's more simple, where I'm just trading and you guys are here with me. But I'm trying to automate some of this stuff and be available to answer DMs or spend time in Discord, shit like that. This is all the snowball of all this stuff is happening so fast that I need like probably a week, 2-3 weeks to make everything right, so that I can tone down all of the demand, and then be available to just chat, or if you've got something. And to be quite frank with you, Neil, dude, there's a ton of guys in that Discord that I've been trading with since or for a long time. So they're not my soldiers. These are guys that care about making money. So if you just talk to them for right now, that's how the communication happens. You guys bring it up in stream. You guys talk to me in chat all the time. You guys correct me. Emerson comes in here and fucking points shit out to me. I got guys that point shit out to me all day long that I missed. I'm never the guy that says my way is the only way. Never the guy that says I was right. I lose trades on here. Some of you guys have been here long enough. I get smoked not all the fucking time, but you know, enough where I get smoked or I have to hold something longer than I wanted to. I have to roll something. We're making classes on that stuff. As a matter of fact, yesterday I was buying the close. I started buying the dip, and then I rolled into the close, and then today it went green, and then I bought puts into the close today, and those printed 2 different kinds. And the crazy part is you have to know when to fold them, you have to know when to roll them, you have to know when to hold them, and all that kind of stuff. I got to make videos about that stuff because I can't explain it in a moment. It takes it's complex to know what to do. You have to layer all of it to know how to protect yourself. And I've gotten burned. I got burned recently for like fucking 15 grand. We're trading Tesla. And some of you guys said, you know, come with us right now where we are. I don't forget where we were. And it's not your fault. But we thought we were going to 1100 or something from like 1050. We fucking traded down to like 900 the next day. And I held into the close when I should have closed. And I lost everything. Every fucking last dollar was gone. It was like a week or 2 ago. Some of you guys remember that. got fucking smoke showed. You know, I've lost with you guys twice, I think. But it doesn't matter. I love you guys. It's awesome. You guys fucking tip, dude. Like, you guys are dope. Like, I love all of you guys. You know, but then a lot of trades go really well. You guys can look back the time that we've been live streaming. The reason why I ultimately went to a live stream was because I was getting too many followers on Twitter, and I see so many fucking 2020 hindsight traders, or they don't tell you when they lose, or they only get snarky. They only tell you afterwards, you know, yaka, 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 you lost. All this kind of shit that isn't really relevant to the now. And so for me personally, I've paid for subscriptions. I've paid for every fucking flow service. I've paid for every fucking news squawk. I've paid for everything. I've paid for it all. I've paid for mentors. I've paid for all kinds of stupid shit. And I got so pissed off on Twitter that I'd come from Wall Street Bets and Vegas Bets. I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm like, I'm going to fucking do a live stream, and we'll just do it live. Just like old school, whatever his name says. You know, let's fucking trade live, and we'll fucking see what's up. Because I don't believe half the fucking people on Twitter. I don't believe half the fucking people that make videos on fucking YouTube. I don't fucking believe half of them. I don't fucking believe. I think a ton of these people, this is their job. That's what they do. They make videos. So I don't give a flying fuck if we got 100 people. I don't give a flying fuck if we got 5 people. We could stop tomorrow. And I know I've got a crew of like 25 guys. We could just talk and trade together and tell us we suck. Dude, when I'm wrong, even before we make the trade, you guys have heard me many times say I haven't considered that, or you're right. And I want you guys to all be like that. We're not fighting each other. We're fighting banks. Be a bull, be a bear. If you're only a bull, then don't take the trade. But at the same time, nobody here should be trying to fuck each other over. Nobody here should be trying to be snarky. Well, you can get snarky every once in a while, get salty or whatever. That's fine. Stress happens. But if you know, like if you're like the king troll on the bridge down the Discord, that would piss me off. I've been in those Discords. I've been in like the fucking trading rooms, and it didn't matter. You know, and I don't want to be a part of that shit anymore ever again. I'm here to make money. And that's the most bizarre thing, right? Now he's gone really quiet, John, because he's getting chemo. Supposedly, someone keyed us in that he's getting chemo right now. So you know, it's not about that. You know what the craziest part of Twitter too is? You make a post on Twitter, and then you know at the end of the fucking day, some guy's talking shit to you. Some guy's doing this, some guy's doing that. You know what the craziest fucking part is? At the end of the fucking day, the only thing that matters is that you fucking won your trade. That's it. You paid your electric bills. You put money towards your retirement. You paid your mortgage. That's all that matters. All the snark in their Discord, all the fucking snark on Twitter, all the fucking snark on Wall Street Bets, none of that shit matters. End of the fucking day. And although in your mind, you're like, oh, that tears me up, or oh, that pisses me off. The only thing that really fucking matters is that you're winning enough, that you're making a profit, that you're paying for this, paying for that. Nobody can take that away from you. I'm not some guy in your house. Wherever you live, I don't care if you live alone. I don't care if you're smoking pot in a fucking back bedroom. I don't give a flying fuck if you get a wife, 4 kids. I don't give a flying fuck if you're a man in a relationship with another man. I don't care what you're doing. I know that you think that I care what you're doing. I know that I care about what I think you think I'm doing. But in the reality of the fucking day, you know, you guys think you're like burning a bear, you're burning a bull. The only person fucking burning you is a bank. You know, once you start learning that, once you start learning that times have changed and you have to decide about your future, once you start learning that as a retail trader, you have to be in a team of people, they're going to make money together, that's what's important. You don't want to hear the cacophony of fucking noise in the market. You don't want to hear the fucking cacophony of this or that. You want to bring the tool that you have to the table, or bring the information that you have to the table. And you want to enlighten us, and I want to enlighten you, and we need to make money together. Because at the end of the fucking day, right? When I pay my fucking electric bill, and you pay your fucking electric bill, I'll fucking high five you, and you'll fucking high five me no matter what was said. Yeah, no cap on that bullshit, right, Hot Rod? At the end of the fucking day, it's the money. And that's the truth. That's the fucking truth. And, you know, your girlfriends and my girlfriends, your boyfriends and my boyfriends, we're all friends and all that kind of shit. But I don't introduce you to them and you don't introduce me to them. And I know for a fucking fact that I trust you guys more than I trust my friends, my girlfriends, and my boyfriends, because we're here to make each other money. That's what we're here doing. And that's the fucking thing we're doing. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's not me getting snarky with you. I don't want you getting snarky with me. You know, we're here to make each other money. You get to go get a haircut. I get to get a haircut. We don't talk about it. This is our circle. This is our friendship. And it's important. You know, at the end of the fucking day, it means more. You know, if I take care of myself, right, I can take care of my wife and my kids, my friends. If you take care of yourself, take care of your wife, your girlfriends, your boyfriends, your husbands, and your friends, your kids, whatever you have. So that's what we're here for. So, yeah, that's what we're here for at the end of the fucking day. Cap cuts his own hair. Thank you, son. We are the squad. And someone trying to pump Piton Reamer spread on Twitter. Apple's considering buying Piton. Yeah, Piton is definitely open to be bought. Probably will get bought. It won't go to debt. It's just like Nicholas, someone earlier said, the Piton badge will be worth something. But more than likely, yeah, the video last night, dude, when I made that video last night, I was spooked. I made that video and I was paranoid this morning. I was like, I sounded like a raving fucking lunatic. But I made that fucking video because I owe you guys. I have a responsibility to tell you guys the reality of the situation. I do. I have a responsibility, guys. Like I can't fuck around. I can't be in my head. I can't fucking. Didn't want to make the video last night either. I did not want to make that video last night. And after I made it, I was like, did I make a mistake making that video? And I didn't. That was legit shit. It went against everything in my brain, everything in my heart. I had to make that fucking video because that's how you trade. You trade when you're like doing shit you don't want to do. It's like against the grain, right? It's always against the fucking grain. It sucks. But that is what it is. Yeah, Mr. Yen, and I'm actually grateful that Mr. Yen is getting some chemo because he was trying some experimental stuff. Oh, shit. Is that really Tesla Wolf? You got to be kidding me. Is that really Tesla Wolf in here? If that really is Tesla Wolf, my mind is blown. You guys want to know an OG? Tesla Wolf is an OG. Want to talk about a guy that knows how to buy, how to long-term it? Yeah, you really want to talk to somebody? I want you guys, if this is Tesla Wolf, Brian James, right, Griffo? If that is him in the feed right now, you guys need to look him up on Twitter. I follow that guy. Holy shit, it is him. You want to know a guy I want to interview? Tesla Wolf. You guys are awesome out there. 100%. I can't believe he's here. Like, follow that guy since I first got on Twitter. And you know what? He ripped into me one day. Broke my dick in half one day. Good to see you, Tesla Wolf. Wonderful man. Knows what he's talking about. He has to teach me how to do better video production. He's like a photographer, works for Hollywood and stuff, does big time productions. You want to follow somebody who knows how to invest? Now I keep talking to you guys about how to invest properly, how to buy stocks, how to manage stocks, how to sell stocks. You know, like how long do you hold? Why are you holding? He's the guy that knows what to get into, when to get into them, how to manage a portfolio, how to manage a basket of stocks. Not to be trifled with. His is at Tesla Wolf, I believe. I think it spells Tesla weird. He's got WLFE. Yeah, he's a G. I love him. He's part of the old school crew. You know, it's funny. It was because how today went, right? So how today and the past week's gone into December? How everything happened happened in Tesla this summer. You know, Jeremy Judkins, Tesla Wolf, me, Joe Donut, Tesla Jess. It was like a core group of us, and we saw the turn in Tesla, and nobody was there with us. We had Tesla bulls telling us same shit we were hearing today about it going down, right? On the opposite side. They were all against us. We were the only ones. It was a very small group. We got banned. Gary Black banned me. It was wild. And then when Tesla was at the top, or Twitter was like algo sending me people. It was really bizarre, the whole entire thing. And he stuck with me. Yeah, he is a farmer. Barns and tractors, baby. And he's and that is his Andy, you're right. It's at Brian Griffo. You are correct. Now I remember. He lives now in Colorado with High Plains Drifter. Beautiful sunsets, blowing grass. Sky is an upside down ocean. Oh yeah, of course. Still friends with Sawyer Merritt. You know, Sawyer and I talk like it's really cool. It's like this inside group of people. But at the same time, you don't like each other. You know, I've had people say he's just a trader. I'm a fucking Tesla bull dead through and through. But I talk the truth. You know, Brian talks the truth. People have different stages in their investing career. They're different stages and how they trade and stuff like that. You guys make sure you follow Brian Griffo all day long. So we're gonna end this podcast. You know, we're gonna leave this here tonight. I'm not gonna show you guys anything else, but Brian, go back and watch from the beginning. It's important. I want you guys to know that there should be some sideways movement as the banks do their thing. Yeah, we blocked. Wait, dude, I think Jem came into my feed once and started talking shit to me. It told me to bag of dicks, not bag of dicks, but Jem blocked me, and then I blocked him. There's been a bunch of guys out there. They're all great guys, smart guys, but I don't like some people that have different trading or investing goals than you do. And then you give them 100,000 follows, you know, or 1 million follows. And it's okay that you give 1 million follows, but a lot of you guys out there, you follow some people out there and you think that their goals are yours, and they're not. Everybody has different goals. Everybody has what they want to do. And new traders, new investors get sucked into, well, that guy's got 100,000 fucking follows, so he must be what I'm looking for. You are looking for that guy, but your trading plan is different than his. Your investing plan is different than his. Some guys are honest about it, and some guys aren't. Or some guys just don't have the time to tell you that yours is different than mine. Brian Griffo, I think he's got a newsletter, and I think he's got a whole thing, so follow him. Dig deep into Brian Griffo. He is a man that's very intelligent. Yes, follow him. Is that Jeremy? Which Jeremy is that? Is that Jeremy from Tesla? That'd be crazy if it was. But anyways, I gotta go. I think some of you guys have tipped. You don't have to. You did, didn't you? I want you guys to know something, okay? I want you guys, Jill just tipped. Still learning. Pablo, baby. Patrick. Mr. Bliss has subscribed. Stonks Anonymous. I want you guys all to just be nimble. Be nimble into tomorrow. Take profit. Re-enter when you're supposed to. I showed you a more recent terrible sell down, right? I showed you March 2020. You saw both times we had sideways and then a rip higher on 2 Opexes on huge capitulation moves. Right on, Alex. Definitely no cap, no fucking around. Ben Godfrey, thanks for sticking around. I have not had time, Ben, to talk. But I want you guys to realize that as we get into tomorrow, the banks have to do their work. There might be some capitulation at open. I want you to realize they're going to burn down. The market makers are going to say, thank you for playing into Friday, even possibly Monday. I want you to realize that even if we're going down later, there might be a Vanna. They're going to say it's a Vanna trade. The Vanna rally right now is not going to be the Vanna rally. Almost promise you, the ones that you expect in a bull market. We're in Bulltown or Beartown. So in Beartown, your Vanna rally is not the fucking Vanna rally in Bulltown. I smell blood too. I'm not saying we're not going down, but we're going down with a fight. We're definitely going down with banks not getting fucked as they go down. So if a bank got caught in here, they will spend some money to unfuck themselves as we go down. Yeah, good to see you, Emerson. Emerson, I want to interview you at some point too. Like Emerson's on the list. Not even interview, just like talk. So that's all I got to say for tonight. You guys made bank today. Vishal, thanks for subscribing. If you guys didn't make bank today, I hope that you didn't lose your asses today. I'll tell you what. There were some investors and traders this past month and this past week. I mean, we made money on the way down, the way up, the way down, the way up, and the way down. But you know that there were people today that there's meetings tonight in the overnight. No, I don't think that, to me personally, I don't think that the stock market is fucked all year. Well, we've talked about that in the past. We've talked about, is the market fucked? I don't think that it's fucked. Thanks, yields to the moon. I don't think we're fucked. I think that if banks saying you're going to make 9% this year, that you have to start from a certain point. I think if you look back in the last 20 years or more, when you go back to 1986, 1987, on years like this, there's like the what normally happens, a little bit of what happens, and then a few outliers. And outside of us selling down for an entire year, which is a huge outlier, we should trade down to a bottom, defined bottom that looks like the banks are trying to price in before the Fed, so that even if we trade up this year for, let's say, 9% or 6% or even minus 9%, we're at least going to have a fucking bottom that we can trade up or sideways, up, down, to find trading space. Now, if you're in the camp of market crash, there are ways for you to hedge that. We've talked about it on Twitter, talked about it in these videos. It's called a put-back spread. It's very simple. You don't have to trade vol. You don't have to take a dumbbell. They call them, like, not dumbbell. I think they're called barbell trades. I think they're called. You don't have to take put spreads. You can take a put-back spread. It'll actually pay you. It'll actually break even, pay you, even if it goes up, or it'll print heavy. So if you're in the market crash camp, that's fine. Just go hedge yourself like that, right? And stop saying market crash and trade the markets in front of you. Get yourself the hedge. The trade's down to, you can pull put-back spreads for 428, 406, 365, 328. You can pull one for 165. Every 3 months you can do it. And they don't even cost you any money. They're break even. And then trade the market to the right of you while you're doing that. Thank you. Thank all you guys out there. You know, Chase is saying, thing is, Apple is barely down. That's a very complex situation. Yeah, Gem did post something regarding Gem, Spot Gamma, all those guys, you know. Eddie, you know, those guys are all great and they're all positive, but let's talk about something real. Let's talk about something real. At the end of the fucking day, nobody is giving you the play-by-play, minute-by-minute, how we make moves. And that's the key difference between paying $1,000 for a private sub and you and I sitting here trading together, day in, day out. So if we see the market move down or up, make a shift, go the other way, Who are you guys paying for that? I know that shit ain't happening because I used to pay for it. It's rare that we're trading together with like this. I know it's rare, 100%. Yeah, I think holding puts till close is fine, but it's rare that we're trading together, and so I like trading with you guys. Like seeing all you guys out there. Good morning, Bill. How's your dog doing? Alfie's listening. Hello, Alfie. Good to see you, Bill. Bill, how's it going in the UK right now? You guys worried about Ukraine? I know you guys got soldiers over there. Canada's got soldiers over there now. Your partner? Yeah, I like all you guys. Absolutely, John. You know this. Hey, Dylan, good to see you. Have a great night, everybody. Alex is like, I paid for a sub and he's buying dips every day. And I feel bad for him. I used to pay for subs. I used to pay a lot of money for subs. I've been in like deep dark basement fucking trading groups, trading rooms. He looked around. Hello. Hello, good boy. Hello, handsome. I've got 2 dogs, Bill. Oh, I met Bill a year ago, and Bill just posts a picture of his dog every night, like late morning, and it made my whole entire day. Nobody's talking about it too much. Right on, brother. Yeah, good night, everybody. I'm gonna sign off here. I want you guys to have a great night. I want you guys to take profit. I want you guys to look for a trade sideways, regardless if we go up and down. I want you guys to pay attention to the hedging that comes in on the call or put side from now into Monday. We'll also consider some trade downs on big time stocks. We're gonna also look for some squeeze plays into Friday, Monday, Tuesday, and we're gonna take a look for where the trading range is for the next month. And we're gonna look forward to the Fed, right? Yeah, Bill. Nothing like a dog. Or kids. My kids are always good to see me. My kids act like my dogs. Always love me. You guys all have a great night. Take profit tomorrow. Remember that. Good night, Jason. Yeah, Jason, brother. You take it easy, my man. Good night, Joel. Good night to all of you tonight. Good night, David. Good night, Frank. It's Real Sport. Good night, Mr. Pablo. All you guys have a great night. Went through the video. If you guys missed the video, check back through it because I go back through March 2020. It's critical. That was an unknown event, and we still traded sideways and up on 2 Opexes while that happened. Okay? Good night, everybody. Good night, JB. Good night, BD. Good night, Alibaba. Good night, Fisted. You guys all have a great night. Catch you guys all on the flip side in the morning. I hope by 9 a.m. Mosen, Matt, Matthew C, Andy Nelson, have a great night. All you guys. Check on all you guys tomorrow. Jarkin, take it easy. David G. What did I miss over here? Jill, take it easy. John S, take it easy. Spencer, take it easy. Johnny 5. Brian, brother. Peace, Pirate. Jessica Green, take it easy. Joshua, John. You guys all have a great night. Vishal, have a wonderful evening, and thank you. Gotta go. Avery, or Aveberry. Ridge, good night. Dougie D. You guys all have a great night. I'm going to stay here only long and say good night. Log the fuck off this stream.